Guys, thanks for being here and being patient. Sorry I'm not here today. So number 8, the answer, if you look on page 357, is a rigid motion. Yes. A rigid motion transformation. All right, number 9. Number 9 says that we are going to do a reflection, according to this notation, across the y-axis. Now, you could graph the original pre-image, which is triangle HJK, but there is a shortcut. We should know a shortcut for a y-axis reflection. When the shortcut is this, you'll look back at your notes, we wrote it down 3 times and highlighted it. It's taking the x-coordinate and changing its sign. Change the sign of the x-coordinate. So if you look in the book, we have ordered pairs for h, j, and k. So we're going to be able to write h prime by changing the sign of x and leaving y alone. We're going to write j prime by changing the sign of x and leaving y alone. And k prime, that is, changing the sign of x, leaving y alone. So here are the answers. These are the image ordered pairs and the new location of that triangle. Number 10 says we're going to do a reflection across the x-axis. So there is a rule for that. It says take all the ordered pairs and change the sign of y. Leave x alone, change the sign of y. Looking back for h, j, and k, h prime this time will be -3, -2. J prime this time will be -1, (3). K prime is going to be 4, -3. So these are the image ordered pairs for number 10. And if you plotted them, that would be the new location of the image. Now, turning the page to the next set of problems. The next one you're going to do is on the next page, 358. Number 12 has a translation rule. And the translation rule should be simpler because these numbers tell you to subtract 3 from x and add 2 to y. So if we have the triangle called PQR, then we're going to do just that. Because P is -4, 3, we're going to say take -4 and subtract 3 and get -7. And we're going to take 3 and add 2 and get 5. So this is, oh, darn it, should be a parenthesis, my bad. P prime. Q prime, we're going to take -2 and subtract 3. And we're going to take 3 and add 2 for Q prime. And for R prime, we're going to take the 1, -3. 1 minus 3 is -2. And -3 plus 2 is -1. So here are the image ordered pairs for number 12. For these last 3 problems, yes, you could graph and figure out these exact ordered pairs. Moving on, number 13. Number 13 has a translation rule of 4, -5. So we're going to take those same ordered pairs. And so if you didn't quite follow what the heck I did on number 12, I'm going to be more thorough for number 13. Here are the originals, P, Q, and R. P was -4, 3. Q was -2, 3. R is 1, -3. Those are going to change by the translation rule and become P prime, Q prime, R prime. Only question is, how do they change? Here's the answer. They change by adding 4 to these and subtracting 5 from these. -4 plus 4 is 0. -2 plus 4 is 2. 1 plus 4 is 5. 3 minus 5 is -2. 3 minus 5 again, -2. And -3 minus 5, -8. All right, very good. So that was number 13. Okay, now I've got to understand how to write a translation if you're given a coordinate plane with some pictures on it. So you can either pick an ordered pair and do the math, or you could graph and count. I'm going to show you graphing and counting. Now, do you need to graph the entire quadrilateral? No, you don't. You can just graph one dot, and I'm going to graph this one dot. Right 2 and up 1 is t. Now I just need t prime so I can count what my translation rule would be. T prime is at -3, 3, -3, 3. And so now I'm going to simply count first left to right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, left, that's -5, and up 1, 2, that's +2. So the translation rule for number 14 is capital T with the subscript -5, 2. Did I have to draw the coordinate plane though? Did I have to draw the entire, all of the dots? No, I didn't. Translation, you can just go with one dot. Same could be done if I take T, and I'll show you the other way. T was at 2, 1. T prime was at -3, 3. So if you want to just do this mathematically without drawing the graph, then you can just ask yourself a simple question. Using addition or subtraction, how would you get from 2 to -3? 2 minus 5 is -3. There's that -5 again, right there in my answer. Same thing with the y's. Take the 1 and do what? Add or subtract? 1 plus 2 is 3. There's that 2, and there it is right in my answer. So that was number 14. All right, so on the last page, page 348, you have to do numbers 13 through 17. So this is pretty complicated. You're going to need a lot of space to do these, and I'm going to work that out. I'm going to zoom out a little bit so you can see more of my paper. I'm using a whole entire sheet of paper, one side, and I think if I'm getting this correct, I'm going to make my coordinate plane that large and in about that position, a little bit, the x-axis a little bit lower than the center of the paper. So everything fits. All right, so we have a challenge. There's the x-axis, y-axis. And the challenge for each of these problems is we're going to do a composition of transformations. Every one of these is going to start with a reflection because that comes second in the composition. Then we will do a translation. So the first thing we're going to do for this problem is we're going to graph the preimage. A is at 6, -4. Here. B is at 3, 8. That's here. And C is at -7, 9. So there's a lot of counting that has to happen here. And then you have to have a great understanding of how a composition is going to work. 3, 6, 9. So there's C. So the first thing you should do is plot the points and draw this triangle. Of course, you know you can pause this recording and catch up. You can go backwards, see it again, and know these compositions really well. All right, so here's my pre-image. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to put all the images on this sheet of paper. So that could get convoluted, if you will. This picture is going to get filled up with information. So it says for the first composition that we're going to cross the y-axis with a reflection. The y-axis is here. We're going to cross that axis with a reflection. And then it says we're going to translate 2 down. So we're going to reflect 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and go 2 down. So this is where B prime would end up. I'm going to reflect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2 down. There's A. As you can see, I'm putting primes or apostrophes there. Then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is where C prime is going to end up. Now remember, I not only reflected across the y-axis, but I also moved down 2 because of the translation, which was written first. C prime. All right, I'm going to connect the dots. Did I go down? Ooh, I didn't go down 2 there. Whoops, that's a mistake. It should have been right 7 and then down 2. That's the right spot. Almost messed that up. All right, so I'm going to draw my first image. The pre-image is already there. I'm drawing the first answer, if you will. It's the image location. And the problem does say that we're supposed to list the ordered pairs for the new locations. So I will start my list. A prime, B prime, and C prime. I'm going to read them right off my graph. A prime is at -2, 4, -6, -6. B prime is at -3, +6. And C prime is at 2, 4, 6, is at 7, 7. So this is my first answer. This is the answer for problem number 13. After a composition of a translation and a reflection across the y-axis first, and then down 2. This was first, y-axis reflection, down 2, number 13. So in the same graph, I'm going to see if I can start doing the same process. It's this, we're going to use this pre-image again, and now we're going to reflect across the x-axis and move right 4. The x-axis is this axis here. So I'm going to start reflecting up 4 more for the reflection, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. So a double prime ends up right here. Again, I'm going to reflect across x and move 4 to the right. Reflect 2, 4, 6. Let me recount 2, 4, 6, 8. Got to go the other way. 2, 4, 6, 8. And 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's my B double prime. C is going to reflect 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. And 4 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's C double prime. Now I'm going to connect the dots and show that composition of transformations. Keep in mind as you're doing these with me that it's great to copy these down, but understanding the concept is the goal. And you'll prove that next week on Friday. We're going to have a test that's a little bit longer than usual. All right, so that was problem number 14. And now I can write my answers. Double, double, and double. Just got to figure out where they are. A double is at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 4. If you count correctly for B double, it's at 7, -8. And C double is at -3, -9. So here are the answers for number 14. I won't rewrite the composition here. Okay, carrying on, next problem, problem number 15, has a reflection across P and a translation of up 8. So we're going to, what's P? So P, it says in directions, is x equals -3. X equals -3 is a unique line because there's no y in the equation. But because there's no y, this line of reflection cannot cross the y-axis. The y is missing, can't cross the y-axis. It's parallel to the y-axis. So here's my axis of reflection. I'm going to start flipping this over. 4 to the line of reflection, 4 the other way. Then I'm going to stop and hold and think about this. I have to go up 8 from there. 2, 4, 6, 8, and make a dot. So this is where C triple prime is going to be. Now we're going to reflect the B. 2, 4, 6, the other way. 2, 4, 6. Stop there and understand the translation has to come next. That's up 8, right there. B double prime. Let's go to A. We're going to count 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. The other way, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and up 8. Right there. So that's both moves, the reflection and the translation. That's A triple prime. So now I'm ready to draw. And this will be the third of my images, all on the same graph. I'm going to try to put all 5 of these problems on the same graph. Let's see if I can do it. That'll save you guys some paper. Okay, so now I've got my answers for the triples. That's number 15, A triple, B triple, and C triple. I don't think I'm going to leave myself enough space to write the answers for the quadruple and the quintuple, but that's okay. I'll do it somewhere else on the paper. So here we go. If I plot those points, or if I identify those points correctly, the triple prime ordered pairs, A is negative 12, 4. Let's make sure. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, up 4. Yep. Negative 12, comma 4. B triple is at negative 9, 16. C triple is at 1, 17. And that is for my reflection and translation for problem number 15. Problem number 16 says I have to reflect first across Q. Q is y equals 9. Oh, that's way up here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. I did that wrong. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, right there. Y is equal to 9 is the line of reflection. That's a unique equation because x isn't there. That means the line has to be parallel to x. So here's my line parallel to x, the x-axis that is. And now I have my work cut out for me. I've got to focus on this pre-image. Focus on this pre-image. I need to flip it over the line of reflection. And according to this problem, I need to go left 5. So the flip for C is easy. It's going to stay in the same spot because it's on the line of reflection. Got to go left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Luckily, they used a bunch of zeros here. So this is C quadruple. Now let's go for B. I got to flip it 1 to the line of reflection, 1 the other way, and then write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's B quadruple. And let's see what's going to happen with A. There's a lot of movement here. It's going to be to the line of reflection 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 11. And then back up to the top here 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. And don't forget the translation. We'll do it at the same time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's where our A quad will end up. All right, time to connect the dots. So this was supposed to flip and slide. It was supposed to flip and slide 5 to the left. And that's looking great. So now the picture is getting filled up with info. So far, so good. Everything's right. Just connecting the dots for my quadruple prime image. There we go. That flipped and slid. I'm going to write my quadruple prime answers. 16. Quadruple prime A quad is at 121, way up there. B quad is at negative 2, 10, way up there. And C quad is at negative 12, 9. So here are my answers for number 16. There they are. So now I've done 4 of the 5. I've got 1 more to go, and my picture is really getting filled up with info. But I'm going to try to make it work. So number 17 says we need a reflection across line R, which is y equals negative 2. So here we go, back to the graph. Where's y equals negative 2? Right there. Y equals negative 2. It doesn't have an x, so the line won't cross x. The line will be parallel to x. So there's my line. And now for the reflection of that original and a move 7 to the right. So I'm going to flip 1, 2, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's my A quint. I'm going to go with B, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 to the line of reflection, and then 2, 4, 6, 7. That doesn't seem correct. So I had to go, I gotta rethink here. So there's so much on my paper, it's hard to figure out what the heck is going on. So let's make sure I did that right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. This is what I did wrong. Now I gotta go reflect it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I want to recount. 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Got it back. So that's B, quint. Now we got one more to go. C. C has to flip over that line of reflection. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Got to go the other way. 11, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 11. That would be here. That doesn't look right. Like, man, this is tough. There's a lot going on. I got to go recount, make sure. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Go the other way. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I was right. I counted right the first time. Sorry about that, guys. Then 7 to the right. That's B, quint. All right, I'm getting there. So that means I counted correctly for C. There's 11. Then I go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. And then 7 to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's hidden kind of, but it's there. Sequent. And now connect them. So now the paper is really going to look like a mess, but I will have the right answers. And A quint is way up there. Seems too far away, actually. I'm just going to take a quick look at that and make sure everything looks like it's working out. Okay, good. So there are all my answers on one page. And now I'm going to go for number 17, the ordered pairs. So I need A, quintuple prime, B, quintuple prime, C, quintuple. So there's ordered pairs for those. If you've got them plotted correctly, like I had a struggle doing, but I finally got them, then you can count and find the ordered pairs. A, quintuple, is 13, comma 0. B, quint, is 10, negative 12. And C, quint, is 0, negative 13. So there are my answers for number 17. So here are all the answer ordered pairs, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17. Your paper should look just like this. Thank you guys for your cooperation and giving respect to the substitute teacher or whoever's filling in. I hope you have a great weekend. I'll see you next week. I'm looking forward to it.